This is a tutorial video on how to use the Higher Degree Committee's eForm. This form serves three purposes. It can be used to apply for the qualifying exam, apply for doctoral candidacy, master's candidacy, and it can also be used to change higher degree committees. In this case, we are going to select qualifying examination, and then you will need to click on the magnifying glass and choose doctoral committee type. This next section gives you some information about the application for the QE, in addition to some eligibility information. If you are not eligible to apply for this form, you'll see information about that here. Please contact your department administrator with questions. You click Next and it takes you to the form itself. At the top of the form, you'll see student information pulled in from the system, including your student ID number, name, email, and academic programs. You will need to enter the proposed exam date in this field. You can either type the date in or you can use the calendar function to pick a date. This next section displays all of the academic programs and plans that you're currently pursuing. If you have multiple degrees, they should be listed here. In this next section, you will need to fill out at least 3 subject areas for your exam. And in this section, you will be selecting faculty members to serve in predetermined roles on your committee. You'll start by clicking the magnifying glass here, which brings up a search window that'll allow you to type in the name of the faculty member you're looking for. You can type the name in the description field if you have the first and last name. Note that it's currently set to begins with. You'll notice that the system has returned 2 different rows for this professor. One is the appointment as the assistant professor in economics, and the other is an appointment in economics as the assistant researcher. Please pick the appropriate row based on the faculty member's primary appointment. It's usually going to be the professorship. This has populated the faculty member we chose in the role of chair on our committee. Please note that this table scrolls left and right. On certain systems, the scroll bar may not appear, but there is more information to the right on this table, including a checkbox indicating that the professor has academic senate status. Another way to find a professor, particularly if you don't know the first name or the exact spelling, is using the description with the filter set to contains. This will allow you to type in any part of the name or the department that appears in this long description field. For example, if you just type the last name. Again, multiple rows have been returned for this faculty member. If you are a member of a graduate group, you'll need to pick the appropriate graduate group appointment if you see it here. Otherwise, you can select the professorship. Follow the same steps to fill out the rest of the committee. Once you have filled out the table, including all of your proposed committee members, you're ready to submit the form. If any of the members on your committee are non-academic Senate members, that'll be noted by the lack of a checkbox in this column. Non-Senate appointments include lecturers, researchers, and adjuncts. If any of the people on your proposed committee are not Senate members, you'll need to request an exception, which can be done with these next two sections. When you're ready to submit the form, at the bottom of the page you can click the Submit button. The form will automatically check your committee to determine whether or not there are any violations of graduate policy. In this case, the form is not allowing us to proceed because it says that an additional member is not in the student's department. It's also telling us that the academic Senate representative is in the student's department, which is not allowed. The form gives you a chance to go back and correct these errors. In this case, I can simply switch the roles of two committee members, such that the ASR or academic Senate member, Senate representative, is the additional, and someone from outside the department is serving as the ASR. If you've gotten error messages upon submitting the form, but would like to proceed in spite of those error messages, you can use this section here, which will allow you to request an exception. This will bypass the error messages and submit the form to your department for review and approval. If you would like to proceed requesting an exception, you will select yes here. Otherwise, in most cases, you can leave it blank. I submit the form, and it's now waiting for review from the administrators in my department.